Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat, and today we are doing the Booktube Bio Tag. This tag was created by Jessica over at Jessica's Library Card, and I've been tagged by both Jessica and Bryndis from Bryndis, Daughter of Gunnar. Thank you both for tagging me to do this. Who are you? Share a little bit about yourself, as much as you feel comfortable. So I'm Kat, short for Catherine. I'm gonna turn 37 years old in May this year, and I live in the south of France. I used to live in Sweden for a few years, which explains why I do speak some Swedish as well. I am also a writer, so on this channel I talk about books and writing. I do love to travel, so I also do some travel vlogs, and I am neurodivergent, and I have a bunch of different hobbies. I tend to cycle through them, so you might hear me talk about music, painting, see me do jigsaw puzzles, practice foreign languages. As I said, I love traveling. I am married, but I am child-free. That is if you don't count my senior dog, Alfred, who is a rescue dog that we got back when we were in Sweden. So I think at this point he's probably around 14 years old. And so he's very old, and I'm trying to enjoy his presence as much as I can. So that's me in a nutshell. How long have you been on Booktube? I started making videos last year. It's been a little bit over a year. I started in January 2024. What kinds of books do you love to read? Has Booktube had an effect on what you read? I do like to read fairly widely, so I do read fantasy, contemporary and literary fiction, graphic novels and biographies as well. And I do love nonfiction, which in itself isn't really a genre, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly because there is so much variety in nonfiction. But I like memoirs, biographies, science writing, essays, books about writing, so many different things. I think there are some genres that I don't really read. I'm not really into thriller and horror. I don't think I could handle horror. Otherwise, I'm pretty much open to trying anything if the premise is interesting enough. So yeah, those are kind of my bookish preferences. What do you enjoy about making Booktube videos? I think everybody gives a similar answer, but the community, being able to connect with viewers, is a big thing. But about making videos specifically, I would say the sense of accomplishment when I finish a video. Because as I mentioned, I'm also a writer, and writing a book is such a long, solitary process. And so it's nice with Booktube to be able to finish a creative project in a much shorter time frame and to get immediate feedback through the reactions of people, the views, the comments. So it's a nice balance, and I really hang on to that sense of accomplishment and feeling like I'm completing things, because again, writing a novel is so long that it doesn't, like, the completion feeling doesn't happen as often. What do you not enjoy about making Booktube videos? I do YouTube as a hobby. I do it for fun. I want it to be just something that nourishes me, that I find exciting, that I find joyful. But the reality is that sometimes it's hard to completely disregard the numbers. Like, obviously, I would love for my videos to have a lot of views, to have more subscribers, all of that, even though that's not the reason for which I do it. So in those moments where I can be a little bit too consumed by numbers, that's what I don't like about the Booktube. And it's hard to resist, even when, again, you're doing it only for fun, because so much in society is based around this, about performance and numbers, and you can't really go into YouTube Studio without seeing at least some of the numbers, or you get this little firework when your video has been performing well. So it's hard to be completely immune to that, but I try really hard to not pay too much attention to it. What video on your channel are you the most proud of? A recent one is my tier ranking my TBR video. This one was so much work. It was like 2 full days of work of maybe between 8 and 10 hours of work each day. So yeah, it's probably the video that took me the most time to do, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I could have a little bit of fun with the editing and all of that. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one, and I'm hoping to be able to make a bit more videos like this that are surely more work and more demanding, but that are also more rewarding to make. So we will see what comes out, but I would love to do more things like this. Is there anything you wish was different about Booktube? I think I would appreciate if the result you get from a video was proportionate to the effort you put into it. So if the views and engagement reflected, again, the energy, the time, the love that you put into your video. Because again, like, I do it for fun, but if you put so much energy and time and effort in a video that gets very little views and very little engagement, it can be a bit disheartening. So I would like if we could get as much back from what we've put in, although I know it's never going to happen. It's not really realistic, but that would be an ideal scenario. At the same time, I kind of like having a smaller channel because it feels like less pressure, and it feels like you have more freedom because there's not that pressure of pleasing thousands and thousands of followers. So yeah, it's a bit of a contradictory wish, but that's my answer. Name 3 books that you have reviewed on your channel that you feel represent who you are as a reader. The first one I would say is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos. This is the first volume in the Mirror Visitor series and one of my favorite books of all time. This is a fantasy, which is a genre that I really, really love. It's also a French author, so represents where I'm from and my mother tongue. I love the writing, I love the plotting, I love the characters. There's so much that is fantastic about this book. And so I've been talking about it a lot on this channel, and I want everyone to read it. The next one would be Merchants of Doubt, which is probably my favorite nonfiction. And so this one kind of represents, again, my love for nonfiction books. It is about how a handful of scientists working for deleterious industries are weaving doubt into the public discourse and undermining the actual science of tobacco and climate change, and just with a seed of doubt can really tip the public discourse and prevent real action to be taken. It's just, this book made me so angry, but I think it's a fantastic read. I highly recommend. It's another one that I wish everyone would read. And then the third one is Right for Life by Julia Cameron. This is a kind of follow-up book to The Artist's Way, which is her most famous one. And it's a program for creatives and writers to reconnect with their inspiration and creative spirit. I have a whole series on this channel of me doing this program, and so I think this one represents me on this channel because, again, I am a reader, but I'm also a writer. Name 3 booktubers whose content inspires you. This one is so hard because there are definitely more than 3. I think probably the YouTuber that I've been following for the longest is Christiane Jones, and she is very successful on YouTube. She has over 200,000 subscribers, so she doesn't need me to give her a shout out. She's doing very well for herself, but I love her videos. They are very cozy, very calming, and she is also a writer. Her journey is quite inspiring, so that would be one. But I'm gonna pick 3 booktubers that are smaller in scale but not in talent, that I want to give a shout out as well, and that I really love. Their videos really inspire me as well. So the first one would be Kat from The Cat Bite. She is also an avid reader of nonfiction, and she is so articulate in the way she talks about the books that she has read. I wish I was able to speak as eloquently about the books that I read, and I really appreciate her recommendation. She is also a big fantasy reader, so we have a lot of similar tastes in reading as well. Next is obviously Ellen from the Ellen Made Book Club. She is the first friend I made on Booktube, and I love her editing style. I think it's beautiful, and I love her quiet humor. She's very funny, and just the gentleness and kindness that she brings to Booktube. She always have the most thoughtful comments to everyone. And so yeah, I think she's the whole package. I would love to have a channel as delightful as hers. And finally, I would mention Jade Juniper. She is also a writer, and she is living in Japan. So basically she's living my dream life. And I love her vlogs. I love that we get to follow along her process of writing a book. And she has a book out. She is a self-published author, so I also love being able to follow her journey along that. So yeah, those are 3 booktubers that really inspire me. Share the love. It can be challenging to find your audience. Name 3 booktubers who you think need more hype. So many, again, so many. It's hard to pick just 3, but I would say Anna from the Liminal Season. She does those vlogs where she is experiencing her reads, so doing some kind of activities who relate to the books that she's reading. And this is so much fun. It's such a great idea that I would love to try as well. She's a new mom as well, so it can be quite challenging, I think, for her to juggle that with making YouTube videos, but I think she's doing a great job at it, and I think we should show her some love, show her that we are enjoying her videos so that she keeps the momentum going, she feels motivated to keep going. Next is Mimi. Obviously, she is one of the funniest booktuber out there. She has such a bubbly, quirky personality, and I think she deserves way more subscribers. She's also doing an amazing job with her editing when she's doing her monthly recaps. She has super professional stats and graphs and all of that. So yeah, I think you should definitely check out Mimi's channel. And then finally, Feral Jane. She's very new on YouTube. She only has a few videos out, but it's very cozy. She's an American living in Korea, and she is also a writer, an avid reader, and I think you should check out her channel, give her a warm welcome and show her some love. That's it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.